Basically a week or two ago now, Team USA played South Sudan, which was like a very close game. And the fact they even kept it close with USA was very impressive. Majority of those guys who are on their team barely in the NBA, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of them are overseas. I think only one of them is an NBA player, but he doesn't even get minutes like that, you know? So as of recent, Gilbert Arenas came out with very disrespectful comments. You know, we're going to get to everything. This video right here that went viral. Gilbert Arenas on Team USA's win over South Sudan. He said, Embiid over there throwing a game for his cousins. We not supposed to be losing the air up there or the cool running teams. They're shooting on peach baskets and dirt with no shoes.
The males almost lost to some Africans. Yeah, we almost lost to them. And the king had to save. The king had to save us. I know the LeBron haters are mad. We almost lost to the Ahi tribe. This is crazy. Man, Embiid over there, goddamn throwing the game. He throwing the game for his cousins and shit. We don't supposed to be losing to air up there. Come on, man. Cool Runnings? We're not supposed to lose to the Cool Runnings team. They don't even have shoes. They get their shoes from America. We gotta ship them shoes. They don't even have basketball rims, dog. Manu Bull, I seen he had to walk, what, an hour and a half to go shoot basketball. We losing to people who don't even, they got baskets in the back. They shooting on fucking peach baskets in dirt, no shoes.
Luol Deng came out with this response. So he said, I normally don't pay attention to these type of comments, but as an African, a leader in my community, and the president of the South Sudan Basketball Federation, I felt it was important to respond. This is for those who have asked about these comments, those who are offended by them, and everyone who has followed our story. I'm not upset or angry at these ignorant remarks made by my former colleagues. I was more disappointed to see them coming from two individuals I've always respected. Comments made by Paul Pierce showed misinformation and lack of research. However, he used it as a teachable moment to shed positivity once he was informed. Thank you to Paul Pierce for apologizing. That I can respect. Growing up, I heard many similar comments. Those very remarks are some of the things that motivated me to change the narrative. Africans now show solidarity and support for each other more than ever. Moments like this are not for us to get upset and lash out. Many Africans and black people who embrace their African heritage are working to bring all black people closer by educating and sharing stories, historic moments, teaching that we have much more in common than differences. As for Gilbert's comments, they were certainly more disrespectful and cruel. Personally, I don't care much, and I will never trade places with anyone. Being African is special. However, for young African-American kids who have admired and listened to Gilbert, these comments can make you think less of yourself and make the rest of the world think less of Africans. Those who are easily misled may make comments that reflect self-hate more than pride. There's nothing about our history that we should run away from. I actually want to thank both of them for giving us the platform to respond and inform others. Worked very hard in the last 4 years to be here. We can't allow mere seconds to take that away. Instead, let's appreciate the moment and use these comments as an opportunity to educate, and being loved is always better than being tolerated. If we as people realize greatness from which we came from, we will be less likely to disrespect ourselves. That was a very classy response for him. I respect it. And, you know, being African myself, you know, those comments, first of all, very fucking disrespectful. But, you know, something I'll say, like, you know, truthfully speaking, as I got older, something I realized is like racism is not only from just white and black or Mexican and black or white and Mexican, whatever the case may be. It also can happen within your own race. A lot of people don't want to accept this, but I think every race has stereotypes off the rip. Every race has stereotypes. I'll give a prime example. I was in Miami literally not too long ago. Depending on where I'm staying, I usually go to like CVS and all these places. Usually, you know, Miami, they predominantly speak Spanish. You're kind of like an outsider if you don't speak Spanish, especially in certain areas. I'll go to CVS. I think I had just took a shower. I had on a do-rag and like I just threw on some shit, whatever. But as soon as I walked in, everyone got really uncomfortable, right? Because like I'm wearing a do-rag, it's nighttime. So the stereotype, because, you know, people are going based off what they've seen like on the news or their experiences. The stereotype is, oh shit, this kid is about to come in here and rob us, or he's about to do whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just a stereotype. When I was young, I'm like, yo, people are just racist, whatever. But now that I'm older, can't even blame people because it's just stereotypes, because they're judging based off what they've seen, like similar to what Gilbert's comments, right? So I go in there, I'm getting my stuff, and you know, like the CVS workers is like, each raw I'm on, she thinks I didn't see her. She's literally like poking, like trying to see what I'm buying. Like, okay, did he steal something? No. I'm standing in a line. Everyone's all, you could just feel the tension. It just felt awkward, right? So I go check out and I speak a little Spanish. I could say enough to hold a conversation with somebody. So lady at the front had to be like 60 to 70. The person beside her, probably 20s, early 30s. I think I was like, ¿Cómo estás? You know, the general stuff. First, she's probably looking like, oh, everybody says ¿Cómo estás? Like, what, you know, whatever. When, you know, it's time to pay, I'm like, put up aquí. That's like, can I pay? And, you know, she's looking at me And, you know, I saw her go from uncomfortable to like smiling. Like she was really happy all of a sudden. Like she was like, oh shit, you're not whatever I thought you were when you initially came in. I broke that ice when I'm speaking her stuff. And stuff shouldn't even be that way. But I can't blame you for what you've seen. You know, that's probably what you've seen of black people. Probably be on the news. You're like, nah, these are always the people who doing this. Or if you see someone come in your store with a ski mask in 80-degree weather, you're just assuming like, oh, it's quiet. Right? You know what I'm saying? I can't blame you for what you've seen. So I just accept it. So I go in there, we were talking, and then the lady beside her is literally looking like when I said "What up, aquí?" and I'm talking to her in Spanish, or whatever. She got her glasses on just like this. She's confused. She over there confused as hell. The lady started asking, "Oh, where are you from? And how the hell do you know Spanish?" She was just really surprised that I knew some. She usually is always the person who works at that particular one. Like if I'm staying in that area, yeah. Anytime I come in, you know, it's all because I broke that thing. So this is why I like Luol Deng's response so much to Gilbert Arenas and Paul Pierce, because he could have equally said some ignorant shit back or some really fucked up shit back if he really wanted to. Everywhere has their parts. Every country has their parts. Every city, state, everywhere. He could have said something back, but he took the higher road. Like, yo, we should use this. This is the opportunity to kill that stereotype. Like, oh, when you see South Sudan or African team or any type of team, yeah, we're good at basketball. We're talented. You know what I'm saying? So I really like his response. What Gilbert said's effed up, and I know he said an apology, but that's just to save face and save his platform. Like, that's how he's really feeling. He's probably going based off what he's seen, but that don't mean he should have said it. Is ignorant, effed up. He probably done seen some documentaries thinking that's how shit is. It's not really, you know, that's not how it is by any means. Don't get me wrong, there's parts like that, but that's not all of Africa. You know what I'm saying? So I was just ignorant to say, in my opinion. As far as his response, he said, I respected you as a player and I will as a coach. Sorry for my disrespectful comments. Good luck, but not luck to win the gold. Silver is all ours. Obviously, because he's rooting for USA, but that shit was lame in my opinion. Like, he could have. And I fuck with Gil too. Like, I really like Gil's stuff. I be watching his shit all the time. He was a player I watched growing up, but that right there was just corny in my opinion. Same goes for Paul Pierce as well. These guys pulled off some a dope feat, you know, competing with USA. Most of these are overseas players, bro. Like, if you see this, like, look at his roster except one. This was Joel Embiid's response.
Obviously, I don't condone it. I'm African, first and foremost. I might be playing for Team USA, but I'm Cameroonian, first and foremost. So, I don't know exactly what I said, so I can't comment on it. But if it was that negative, it's just disappointing. Because you see what African basketball has done, for us to be in this position, to be able to make some sort of impact. Even in the position that I am, I still have a lot of impact, where I'm from in the whole continent of Africa, and that's never going to stop. So, like I said, it's really unfortunate, and especially in the world we live in now, so much negativity, and
yeah, but all around, bro, just fucked up comments. It's really unnecessary. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. And as always, it's your boy.